Tallboy here. It is the start of the Lab Tech Show. It's Wednesday night, and you know what? I'm not going to be there. But the reason why I'm doing this intro, because I have a good friend of mine. He's going to be taking over the show. That's right. Someone's taking over my show. They're raiding my show. And it's a community show. And you know what? I said, let one of the community members take over and run tech. And without further ado, his name is Tech Troublemaker, and he's going to be causing a lot of trouble. So, you know what? I trust him with all of my heart to do this show the right way. And if he talks about Apple, y'all tell me if he talks about Apple, because y'all know how I feel. But without further ado, start the show, Tech Troublemaker.
You already know.
Ow.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, this is Tech Troublemaker, and I'm filling in tonight for Tallboy. This is going to be a great show. We're going to do a humble best to make sure it is amazing for all of you guys, and I see so many people in the chat. I am excited to see you all. We're going to talk about the word of the day, of course. We're going to find out where in the world Revis is. We're going to talk about Apple raising the price on Apple Music. We're going to talk about Apple and Best Buy doing a subscription service. We're going to talk about Google Chrome and how if you're running Windows 7 or 8.1, Chrome's going to stop being an option next year. And then we're going to talk about video games being good for kids' brains. What? Wait. You going to tell me it's good for kids' brains? Yeah, go grab your adult beverage and let's make this thing happen. All right, folks? Now, the first thing we're going to do is the Stash Stock Party. It's going to be the first thing we're going to talk about. Here it is. And tonight, the stock of the night is Tootsie Roll Industries. So, you know, that candy you've eaten all the time. This is your opportunity to go out there and invest in the Tootsie Roll Company. Go down the Tallboy's links down in the description. There's his link for Stash Stock. And go out there and get this link. You got 1 hour. You got till 9 o'clock to go grab this stock. So definitely don't miss out on that. And here's the obligatory intro. Ready, sir? We're gonna go talk about where you are tonight. It's coming.
He's somewhere in the United States, from LA to New York. Where are you, Revis? Don't forget to honk the horn.
Hey Revis, where are you out there tonight? So as you know, every week Revis comes on and we talk about the word of the day, and he tells us where in the world he is tonight. And so, sir, where are you at tonight?
Oh, well, I'm in Augusta, Georgia tonight. I'm in Georgia. I know people in the chat was asking me, hey, where are you tonight? I told them they have to wait for the segment.
We can't give away all the secrets ahead of time. You wouldn't watch. You gotta watch. And so, yeah, Revis is in Augusta, Georgia tonight, which you may not know this. I am from South Carolina, so we're really close. He's not far away from me at all. He's about an hour and...
neighbors.
Yeah, we're next door neighbors almost. He's about an hour and 20 minutes away from me. So, Revis, our word for today is peculiar. And Merriam-Webster says peculiar describes people and things that are different from the usual and normal, or that are characteristic of only one person, group, or thing. What's a good truck driver definition of peculiar?
Well, you know, we do our own thing anyway, so all of us are peculiar. That's pretty much the truck driver definition. We all do our own thing, so we're all peculiar. But then when we look at the word peculiar, we look at Tallboy. He's different from everybody else. He has his own characteristics. He's subject to be here, subject not to be here, but he does his thing. He's very peculiar. Now, ain't that peculiar?
I think that's true of all live streamers. I think it's something about being crazy enough to go in front of a camera and talk to people that makes us very peculiar. So, yeah.
Well, you know, when I got the email email today from Webster that said that it was peculiar. The only thing popped up in my head was every song that comes on this Soul Town and the radio and everything about peculiar. Ain't that peculiar? Hey, that's all I was thinking
That's a
about.
good song.
You know? And I kind of wanted to have the song on, but I can't have it on my phone and still be talking to you so everybody can hear it. But hey, peculiar is a good word. I'm glad it was a word that I'm familiar with already.
All right. That's awesome. All right. Thank you, sir, so much. We need to catch up with everybody. There's so many people in chat. I got to catch up with them all here. Where are they all at? Man, let's see here. So, Revis, of course, she said hi to the whole family out there. And then Lisa Marie says, hi, everyone. I'm early for a change, so thank you for being out there, Lisa. And she's saying hi there to you. And she wanted to know where you were because you couldn't tell ahead of time. That'd been cheating. So now you have to wait for your segment. So let's see. It's like that. I have no choice. We have Tech Troll tonight. Yes, I am here tonight. I am doing my humble best to fill in for Tall Boy. We're going to have a great time tonight. So I am just glad you guys have all shown up out here. Let's see. Is this all right? Where's Tall Boy at? We got 3 minutes. I was a couple seconds late. This is my first time. I will tell you, true confession, I am using a Mac to do the live stream for Tall Boy. So you got to definitely tell him, hey man, that Tech Troublemaker guy, he did your live stream using a Mac. So I just want to let you know about that. And then also, you'll see my survey out there. I'm asking you, what's your favorite phone? Is it an Apple iPhone? Or is it an Android phone? I used to be a huge fan of Samsung phones until I was brought over to the dark side and I had to get an iPhone. So for work and that type of thing. And then it's got a great camera. Now if you got one of the high-end Samsungs, man, they got some great cameras. And to me, it's all about the camera. Who makes phone calls anymore? So other than talking to Revis, this is the first phone call I made on this phone today. So, all right, sir. Well, you gonna stick around, or we usually let you go? I forget.
Well, you know, I usually go about now, but I want to say hey to everybody in the family. Hey, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button.
Definitely. Hit that like and subscribe button. Definitely do that. Thank you so much to everybody for that. So, all right, sir.
We'll talk to you guys all next week.
Safe travels. Safe travels. We'll see you next week, and we'll talk to you next week and find out where you are.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, that was Revis telling us where he was at. He's in Augusta, Georgia tonight, and we talked about our word of the day, peculiar. So we are now going to start with our news, tech news. So here we are, tech news tonight. And let's see, why is my sound not working? Da-da-da. Don't you hate that? See, I try to run the show here, and then sometimes things don't work. And we need some sound. We need some music or something. Let's see. This will not be the same. We will play. Oh, no, that ain't cutting it. No. That's definitely not going to work. No, definitely not going to play piano. So we'll figure out something here in just a minute. We'll get some sound playing. We'll get some sound playing. So here, we'll do this. There we go. Now, so as you know, Tall Boy every week comes in and talks about tech topics. And I gotta bring that sound down because she's drowning me out. So anyway, each week Tall Boy talks about different tech topics in the news, and he puts them in plain English. And so I, being the tech troublemaker, I'm gonna talk about tech news tonight too. So let's talk about our top story for tonight is Apple and Best Buy are going in together, and they're going to create a new program where Apple and Best Buy give you a subscription. So a subscription where you can buy Apple MacBooks, MacBook Pros, MacBook Air, that type of thing, and you pay a subscription price every month in order to get that. So let me show you what that's all about. So here it is. You choose which MacBook you want, and it can be a MacBook Air, MacBook Air M2, MacBook Pro 13, 14, and 16. And then you'll see here the MacBook Air, the lowest end one's $19.99 a month. The next one starts at $26, $28, all the way up to the higher end one for $54.17. So it's like you are subscribing to this laptop, and then at the end of that, basically 36 months, you have to pay the remaining balance, whatever's left. So if you got this high end one, whenever you hit month 37, you got to pay $550. But Best Buy says if you'll upgrade and get another one at the end of that 36 months, they will pay that $550 for you, and you don't have to pay it. You just start basically subscribing to a brand new laptop. So if you are a Mac fan and you don't mind admitting that like I do, then this might be an option for you. It's something to think about. And when it comes to, you just have to figure out what you would need it for. So if all you do is surf the web and maybe watch YouTube videos like yours truly or Tall Boys, then a MacBook Air M1 would more than do it. If you are thinking about, I want to do video editing and that type of stuff, you might could get away with a 13. If you're going to do like just crazy amounts of video editing, then I'm going to go for the 14 or the 16. Probably the 14 here is probably the best deal here of all these. So anyway, again, your mileage may vary, but when you look at the bottom line, you're paying $2,000 for a MacBook. But I'm going to tell you why you pay $2,000 for a MacBook. It just works. It just works. It's like I could buy a Ford Escort or I could buy a BMW. Both of them got 4 wheels. Both of them have an engine. One's going to drive me in style, and one's just going to take me from point A to point B. So you got to think about that. So anyway, yeah, Tall Boy's out tonight. He is at a conference on the West Coast, and he is, making some money, getting paid to do a gig. So he said, "Hey, Roy, will you fill in for me one night? So if I don't mess up as a substitute teacher, maybe next time I'll get to do this again." So yeah, so that's all Tech Troublemaker night. Yes, gonna be a blast. It's definitely gonna be a blast. So, hey, Sammy Superstar, how you doing out there tonight? Oh, let's see, we have 6 votes. Lisa Marie says we have 6 votes and only 4 likes. But hey, let's see. Yeah, this is the crazy part of it all, is that here I am, trying to juggle it all. Ta-da! Let's see what I hit there. Yep. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right, there's my talking head there. So anyway, yeah. So if you're a Mac fan and you secretly haven't told Tall Boy this, then there you go. One day, James and me will get him to go and get James Hicks and I will get him to buy a Mac. It's just gonna happen eventually. He's just gonna realize he has to give into that. So, my next topic for now tonight is, well, if you happen to be an Apple Music fan, well, Apple is raising the price on Apple Music. That's the wrong scene. That's good. There we go. That's also the wrong scene. We're getting close. There we go. So Apple is raising prices on Apple Music by $1. So if you are an Apple Music fan, I know a lot of people use Spotify. So I lean more towards Spotify. I'm also an Amazon Music fan, and I've been doing Amazon Music Family Plan for a long time because I was Android, and it just didn't make sense. Didn't make sense for me to do Apple Music on an Android phone, so I did Amazon Music, or I would do Spotify, because both of those were, it doesn't matter what device you're on, and the prices are reasonable as they can be. So an opportunity to be able to listen to whatever kind of music. All right, let's see. What else got going on here? Yeah, Lisa Marie's like, well, you are. Yeah. Lisa Marie, you in Highland, New York? Wow, I was in New York last week. I was in White Plains, New York last week for the company I work for. So, enjoy talking over top. Yeah, Sister Queen, thank you for coming by. And then I see Sammy Superstar, and everybody shouts out to Revis and Sammy Superstar, and hey Sammy. So, because of the way I have this set up, I'm not able to throw the comments out there. That's making me really sad, because I normally throw the comments out as I'm talking. So, definitely like to get that there. So I joined free for 6 months. I like having music on my phone. Yeah, the Apple Music, if you just bought an iPhone, they were giving away 6 free months. Actually, I just bought Apple AirPods. I do like the AirPod Pros. I just got these, the 2nd gen. You can get like your name and stuff put on the front. Hang on, let's see if it'll zoom. Come on, zoom in. Put my hand behind it so it'll zoom. There we go. Alright, so anyway. These are great. I love the noise cancellation on them. I do wish it would cancel it so the people on the phone didn't hear it, but if all you do is listen to music, it's great. But they give you 6 months free with that. That's how you got it with the AirPods. Yeah, this is same here. That's what I did as well. So, alright. So, what do you think about Apple raising the prices like that? What's everything's going up. I don't understand why. Some things make sense. All right, so it costs more in gas to bring the food to the grocery store. That makes sense. Okay, so the farmers and the people that process the food, they're having to pay more in fuel to get the food to the store. And then there for a while we had supply chain, so it was a challenge getting food, and so therefore prices went up because of that. Then you got shrinkflation, where that 12-ounce can you were buying now suddenly is 10 ounces, but they're selling you the same size can. They're just putting less in the can, or less in a potato chip bag, or less in a toothpaste tube. Okay, I don't like that. That seems dishonest to me, but that's just my thought. But yeah. I agree. Lisa Marie's talking about, well, for me, $10 a month's not bad unless it costs more for the more music you have. Yeah, see, if we went back to the days where we bought CDs, then you're gonna spend $16-20 for a CD, and so $10 a month for music to listen to anything you want, essentially, just anything you want. Then that's great, because that just makes it so much easier. And so I see that as a good investment. If you are into music at the level that I am, it just makes it easier to be able to do that. So yeah, that's very cool. All right, take a deep breath, Roy. See, I'm nervous. I want so much to make sure I do a great job here. So anyway, I'm used to being on my channel and everything just works. So all right. So now I want to talk about. Let's get out my call to action here. Ta-da, ta-da-da. Topic 1, there we go. Alright. Ta-da. Next. Ta-da. Alright, so thanks again. You're watching the Lab Tech Show, and we're talking live tonight. And this is Roy Richardson, your friendly neighborhood tech troublemaker. I am filling in for Tall Boy tonight, who is out visiting on the West Coast. And so here we are. So let's get talking about technology and all the different ways it can help you. And so the next thing I want to talk about, let's see, get my call to actions here. Yep. Ta-da. So follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that share button. Somebody said that you get like bonus points if the share button is hit and you copy that link. Who knows? I don't know if that energizes YouTube, but if you go the step further and you share that link with people and say, hey, come watch Tall Boy on the Lab Tech Show, because he's going to talk about technology, and he's going to definitely talk you through technology topics. So yeah, Reva says the diesel prices are ridiculous. It costs a lot to fill a truck. I am just shocked at the price of diesel fuel for truck drivers. For anybody that uses diesel, but the majority of the diesel fuel in this country is used by truck drivers and by heavy machinery, and it's just crazy. So yeah, anyway, all right. There we go. Stringing it back down. All right. Next up, let's see. Now I'm sneaking this news story in. If you got an iPhone, Apple's sneaking more ads on you. Apple is going to sneak more ads in on you. Basically, it just started this week. You go into the Apple App Store. You've always seen ads there before, but it's now saying, look, you don't even have to be in the App Store, and Apple's going to show ads to you. See, the funny thing is that about 2 years ago, Facebook was one of the kings of ads. And when Apple started enforcing privacy settings and stopping third-party applications such as Facebook from tracking you, well, they lost information about where people lived and how they spend their money, and they lost the ability to kind of figure out where people were so they could tailor the ads to them to draw more people to Facebook and to buy products. And so it seems disingenuous that Apple now is doing all this advertising now and they're leaving Facebook in the dust. And so, but at the same time though, I really appreciate Apple being more concerned about my privacy. But now that they've sort of helped me with my privacy, they're kind of taking advantage of this moment here. So that is just how it goes. But yeah, and You know, see right here, Facebook lost $10 billion in revenue when iPhone locked down privacy settings so that Facebook couldn't track you and find out where you are. Remember that first time after they made that change, Facebook pop up and says, do you allow us to track you? And most of us said, no. No, we're not going to do that. Yeah. Like Lisa Marie saying, that's why I like DuckDuckGo. Yep. If you really care about your privacy, DuckDuckGo is a good option. Unlike Google tracks all your search information, and so you can use DuckDuckGo and do searches, and it'll keep you a lot safer because they're not tracking you. So, all right, let's get the next thing going here. Ta-da! Okay. Fun times. So, now, just want to mention, Tallboy has a Roku channel. So, TBE Media, so Tallboy Enterprise Media, is on Roku. You can go visit Roku and add this channel to your TV and see all of his content he's put out there. There's a really cool cooking show out there I like watching. She told me the secret ingredient, but I'm not going to tell you because she told me in confidence. I know the secret ingredient, so it's all good. I'm not sharing any secrets here, so I got to keep that tight. But anyway, so if you got a Roku TV or Roku stick, also you can also watch them on Amazon. I did this on Roku. I haven't tried it on Amazon yet, but if you have an Amazon Fire TV, you can also add the TBE Media channel, and watch a lot of cool content there as well. So yeah, there we go. All right, so let's talk about our next topic. And our next topic we're going to talk about tonight is Google. And Google is going to be ending support for Windows 7 and 8.1 with Google Chrome. So if your favorite web browser happens to be Chrome, it is mine. I admit that. Even though I'm on a Mac, I use Chrome as my browser because I sold my digital soul to Google back in 1996. And so I'm required to use Google products, and over the years they've sent me free stuff because of that. So I've gotten Chromebooks and Google Minis and Google Chrome TV devices and stuff, and have participated in a lot of stuff. So I sold my digital soul to Google. Now my heavenly soul is still going to heaven, but my digital soul will remain here on earth with Google forever because I sold it. But anyway, if you do happen to be running Windows 7 or 8.1, you're about to run out of another option for a web browser with some security built in. The cool thing about Chrome is that Google has been keeping it updated, and Chrome does a pretty good job of protecting you from hacks. Maybe they are taking your privacy completely, but they are they are protecting you from hacks, a lot of phishing scams and stuff like that, through the Chrome web browser. So it does kind of a sandbox. What that means is that it kind of creates a place in memory where the browser runs, and so things that happen in the browser are less likely to be able to affect your computer and anything else that's running on it because of that. So and so that's the cool thing about the Chrome browser. But if you are running Windows 7 or 8.1, you may want to look at getting a new computer. Christmas is coming up, Black Friday's coming up. I would recommend getting a computer that can run Windows 11. Microsoft has done some really good stuff with security, and and so Windows 11, it's a little different than Windows 10, but not dramatic. And so if you know how to use Windows 10, then you'll be okay. But yeah, if you're running Windows 7 or 8.1, it's unfortunately time to move on. Microsoft has abandoned you, and they're not doing any updates for those OSs. So while Chrome's browser was kind of protecting you, the operating system was still capable of being hacked. So definitely got to watch out for that. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, we're definitely, hey Mama D, how you doing tonight? So yeah, definitely, yes, because at least Maria says because we are hostage to them, so to speak. We are hostages to these different technologies, aren't we? Saying hey little sis, yep. I use it for work monitors. Okay, yeah, I use it for work. And then at least Maria's speaking a lot. Yeah. And then, hi, again, more shout outs to Mama D. So glad you can make it tonight. Yeah, hey, Mama D, thanks for coming. I know Tallboy's not here. It's not the same. But, hey, I'm here, and I do really appreciate, just everybody coming and hanging out with me tonight. Ah. And watching the Lab Tech Show. Yep. So, hey, this is Roy Richardson, Tech Troublemaker. I'm trying my best to fill in for Tallboy, who makes it look so much easier than I do because this is his gig, so I'm trying to fill in and do my best here. I basically try to take all his setup and make it similar to look like, so I can try to match everything he's doing. So it's close. I know my background's not the same. He's got that cool green and black checkered background behind him, and he's got the Lab Tech on his sign. I've got my little digital sign over here though. This is I'm close to it. So thank you, Lisa Maria. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you, Mom D. Thank you for having my back there. But he wanted to make sure you guys didn't come here to empty space. He wanted to make sure that you got your news fix for the week on Tech News, and that that something was going on. Now, next topic I want to talk about is so your kids have been playing video games. I don't know about you, mine play video games all the time. Let's see if I got it working. There we go. Alright, so turns out video games may actually be good and give cognitive benefits to your kids. So, oops, that was crazy. No, don't do that. There we go. So he did a study of 12,000 kids. Well, most of them, 2,000 kids between the ages of 9 and 10 years old. And then they've also been following 12,000 children from the country. So this was in and so they found out that it actually helps kids think faster, that it stimulates parts of the brain, and it really helps them, they were measuring for impulse control and the short-term memory. They were just trying to find out, hey, this video, a long time we used to think video games made our kids more violent, and there's been studies gone both ways on that. But the other part they were wondering is, were these kids able to think faster because of video games? It's like, for example, the military actually was looking for people who play Call of Duty and flight simulator games to come and help in the military because they fly drones and that type of thing. And are there any games that are better than others, or just as long as it makes them think on their feet? I am sure there are games. Unfortunately, the study did not go into any detail about that. That would have been really good, I was like, hey, come on, tell me what games they were playing. Because I'm like thinking, is Call of Duty going to teach my kids? And I don't want my kids playing Grand Theft Auto. Definitely don't want that. So what games are they playing? Maybe Among Us. I kind of think Among Us would be really neat from teaching strategy and that type of thing. So I would think that would really help with cognitive skills. Definitely video games like Mario, Super Mario Brothers and Mario Kart would teach hand-eye coordination. I could see that as well. And so, there's definitely games out there that I think definitely would work well. Charmaine, thank you very much for saying that. Definitely not Grand Theft Auto. That's not teaching your kids things they need. No. Definitely not. But I would think definitely games like that, things to teach pattern recognition and that type of thing. I love playing Super Mario Party. There's a lot to be learned there, except for the games of luck that just make me sad because I don't have luck. I could definitely see there's some games out there that would definitely make a difference as far as cognitive skills. And I like the games that make me think as opposed to where I'm just gotta shoot weapons. So I was in the military for 7 years. Was in the National Guard, so I'm giving away all my information, but definitely enjoyed that time there. But I had enough of weapons there. I don't really have any weapons after I left the military because I did enough with them when I was there. So so definitely think it's really cool that video games can help with the cognitive skills. And then it says here, the director of developmental pediatrics university told CNN that parents and teens who see these results should know that the results suggest that some daily gaming, like 1 to 2 hours a day, is linked with better mental well-being. So again, probably 8 hours a day of video gaming is not cool. Probably need, if you can limit your kids to 1 to 2 hours on the weekdays to help them. But then this gentleman here wasn't actually involved in stuff. He's just taking the data and kind of making an interpretation. So, yeah. But I do think games do have the capability of helping kids. So, hey, everybody, I did learn to shoot. I did. I did learn how to shoot M16A2 rifles, M60 machine guns, grenade launchers, hand grenades, lots of fun stuff. All the stuff they teach you in basic, and then so that was a long time ago in a galaxy far away. So anyway, so those were my top news stories for tonight. Now I just want to just kind of hang out. Yeah, right. Try to limit that. The weekends are definitely an all-day affair. My kids. Yes, I have a bumper sticker on my son's car that says "Warning: May yell at computer games." So it does bring out his aggressive nature when he plays games, and the people he's playing with aren't playing at the level he wants them to. So he gets grumpy. So I'm more of a Monopoly kind of person, but people won't play me at Monopoly because I'm very competitive. I'm also full of useless information, so I'm really good at Trivial Pursuit. So, I should have done a trivia game. That would have been a lot of fun tonight, right? Just do something to mix it up. But anyway. But yeah, so. Ta-da! Ta-da! Here's my little screen. Okay, cool. That's working. I love when the magic works. Anyway, so those are my top stories tonight. I do want to, let's see, did the call to action? Yep, okay, did the Roku. Here's my shout outs. So I want to shout out to Mommy Guide Inc. Late Night with Sammy. Sammy Superstar has been doing so many shorts lately. I haven't seen him do his late night show in a while. Matt Haas, All Things YouTube. Awesome Fun Things is another show that he does. Matt Haas has like 14 different YouTube channels. But my favorite is All Things YouTube. But I think his favorite is Awesome Fun Things. But he has also his Awesome Wood channel, the woodworking channel he does, and his awesome piano that he does. So that is a busy man. Plus he's got a free course he gives away. Just a busy guy. And then the Kessel Chat. So if you are a fan of Star Wars, then the Kessel Chat is definitely, it alludes to the Kessel Run that Han Solo is talking about when Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan are trying to hire him to fly them, So anyway, and so they thought, hey, our ship does the Kessel Run in however many, 7.9 parsecs. I know I've gotten that wrong. Somebody out there can correct me if you know. So, is the game. Yeah, I like playing board games. Board games are a lot of fun. I don't do it often enough. My kids are too busy on the video games. And then it just seems like time is this weird commodity that you can't get enough of. So, yeah. Yeah, hey, Sha-La-La Productions, welcome out there. So, I am taking questions, so let's switch things up. Let's go to question and answer time. Ask me anything. We'll do Ask Me Anything. And if I know the answer, I'll tell you. And if I don't, if I can find it quick, I'll do that. If I can't find it, I will research it, and I will get back to Tallboy and say, this is the answer to that question. So, yes, let's do Q&A. What questions do you have for me tonight? Hit me up. Let's talk. Okay, here we go. Cool. Alright, I said it right. Cool. Let's see. We need some sound effects. So, I know, right? Oh, here's a crowd. Aw, anyway, I'll be good. Okay, so what's the first question? Are you familiar with orange and green dots that sometimes pop up on your phone in the upper right corner? I am familiar with that. It has to do with, in fact, I see an orange one right now. That has to do with if you're doing like screen sharing or if you're doing recording, something is happening in the application is causing the green or red dots. Let's see. Yep. I always hate when I search for something and the first thing I find is the wrong answer. But on a Mac, for example, the green and red dots kind of show that your screen's in use. It's doing certain things. So, yeah, I was trying to find the answer quick. Let's see. Yep. And memory graphics cards, nope. Green dots. Yep, privacy indicators. So this is closer to what it is. It also occurs on Android phones, by the way. I did not know that. Interesting. Boy, there's a lot of different viewpoints on what those green red dots are, but it's usually related to privacy to let you know that your screen is either you're sharing your screen, or that you're recording something, or that video is playing. So that's usually what that's all about. Any big tech experiments you're working on, you can share with us. So my day job involves working with storage and compute for multiple companies. The company I work for hosts a lot of other companies' systems for them, both internet websites as well as definitely different stuff that they do. I can't go completely into the nature of it all. Not so much top secret, but more so I got to keep a separation of church and state, so to speak, my day job and my live streaming. So I'm not at liberty to talk very much about it, but what I do during the day is me and my team keep things running for multiple companies, their websites and things that they're hosting. They do some private cloud. So private cloud is when you take the same technology that Google and Amazon use inside their building, inside their cloud, and you run it on your premises, and it's using the same technology as cloud would otherwise. Basically, anytime you're hosting somebody else's stuff, some people call that cloud, private cloud. So the other thing, I start off as so it's funny, I'll tell you my origin story. These are always my favorite movies. I like seeing the origin story of superheroes or of people in history. I used to be a huge history buff, and so my origin story is like this. So I started off as at the company I'm at, I started off as a lowly computer operator. I interviewed for a job where I would be fixing computers, PCs, and that type of thing. And I'd been doing that for friends and family, but the company I was talking to, I didn't have any professional experience. So they hired me as a computer operator. So I was printing out the reports in the mornings, and then I'd work on computers the rest of the day, fix computers the rest of the day, and install software and that type of thing. They found, oh, he really does know how to do this stuff. Yep, I do. And as time moved on, I became a Windows administrator. I became a database administrator. I've done a lot with storage arrays and network attached storage and fiber channel and that type of stuff. Tried to do networking, but at that time there was other people doing the networking stuff, so it wasn't something I got to work on. And then over time I kind of got promoted, and yeah, so I got promoted, and now I'm in management, for better or worse. Anyway, but I have the best team in the entire company that works for me, so I love my day job for the most part. Every job has its ups and downs, but that was it. Let's see what else everybody's got. Yeah, Sister Queen's still on. Hello, Mama D's calling out the Sister Queen. You still out there? Let's see, Reeves Brown. I have other definitions for those dots. I want Tall Boy to cover that story. You'd be surprised. That's true. There's some say it has to do also to whether if you're having issues with a cable that's plugged in from your computer to your monitor. But the thing that makes the most sense to me on the Apple side of the puzzle is that those dots are kind of keep you informed of your privacy settings and such. So somebody's saying hi to Trevor. So hey Trevor, welcome. Good evening. So next question. Still Q&A time. Ask me another question. Trevor saying hey. So cool. How's everybody doing tonight? I know, I went through the news so fast. I did not give you guys a talk. So first up, hit that survey. Are you an iPhone or an Android person? Hit that survey. Let's find out. We need to let Tall Boy know, hey, by the way, right now, the Apple iPhone is winning by 64%. I'm going to close the poll here in just a little bit. So, Trevor, how you doing tonight? So, alright, what kind of editing software do you suggest? So it depends. If you're running on Windows, I recommend DaVinci Resolve. Why? Because it's free. There is a paid version, but go with DaVinci and use it as far as it'll take you. If you are a Mac user, I started with iMovie, but now I'm a Final Cut Pro. If you happen to be in the education field, because I also teach part-time. I teach college and tech school part-time, and so that gave me, the option to be able to buy an education discount. So Apple will sell Final Cut Pro and Logic for $299 under education, and they verify that. They want you to have like a .edu address. So if you still, maybe you kept when you went to college, you kept that email address from your college you went to, you could use that and prove that you still have an education account and get a discount on it. Otherwise, it's kind of expensive. But the bright side about it, compared to Adobe products, you're not paying a subscription. Once you buy Final Cut Pro, it's yours forever. And when they come out with updates, you get those updates for free. So I don't like subscriptions. I know Tallboy is the same way. I don't like subscribing to things. There are things that I subscribe to because that's the only way I can get them. But as a rule, I am not a fan of subscribing to things. I want perpetual. But yeah, on a PC, I would go to DaVinci Resolve. That's free, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good software. There's a lot of plugins and stuff that you can buy to give it more capabilities, and then also you can buy the Pro license, which will give you some capabilities. It's not outrageously expensive, but yeah, it's good software. It's a good way to do it free. On the phone, I still am not a fan of editing videos on my phones. There are a lot of different things. So how do you use it? Let's see. How do you use it? You take your videos, you plug them in, and then splice them. Yeah. So what I do is, I use like I said, I use Final Cut Pro, and I will take videos with my phone, or I'll take videos with my camera. I have a pro camera, well, semi-pro. I have a Sony ZV-10, which is a really great camera, I think. I wasn't loud when talking. I need the speaker on at all times. Help. Alright, so Mama D's saying that, so anyway, I go to Motion FX and get plugins from them that add like cool titles or cool special effects. And so I'm able to drag them into Final Cut Pro. They also make them for DaVinci Resolve. So, you pick whatever software product you own, they make plugins for either. And they have sales. So I'm all about buying things on sale. So look for Motion FX and wait till they have a sale. They'll have like 30, 40, sometimes even 50%, or they'll have a new plugin come out and it's 50% off if you buy it before, when it comes out first. And so, yeah, I download the videos from my phone and then I use them on my PC. I'm a big fan of Google. As I mentioned, I sold my digital sold to Google a long time ago. But I will take my videos on my phone and I will upload them to Google Photos. I buy 2 terabytes of storage from Google Photos for $99 a year. So for $99 a year, you can get 2 terabytes of storage from Google, and I will upload all my pictures at full size and all my videos at full size. And then from my Mac and a PC, it works on a PC as well, use Google Drive, and I'll go and download those pictures or those videos, and I'll bring them into my editing software. And then if I need to use any plugins, I can drag. It's a lot of drag and drop, very easy to use, and I'm very good at cutting out sections of video and shortening my videos. I have not mastered Final Cut Pro to the level that I like to. Sometimes I have to figure out, what do I do here? But those are things I do. Yeah, I love Google Photos. The problem with Google Photos, the free version, is that it does not upload your pictures at full size. It uploads them in what it calls high quality. The problem is that high quality is a smaller version of your photos. And if you use any kind of photo editing software to do anything really fancy, you've already lost quality. It's kind of like if you do web development. Once you shrink an image down too small, you can't make it big again. So you need the biggest size that you can afford to have of an image so that you can resize it and do whatever you want with it. you can now do video editing in Canva. So if you had I don't know if you can do video editing with the free version of Canva, but if you have a pro account with Canva, you can actually do some video editing in Canva as well. It's very drag and drop. It's limited. I think it'll keep getting better because Canva's kind of top dog in the market and they want to maintain that. And there's others. And my wife says, yeah, sorry about the dog, he's being loud. Yes, he is. But yeah, definitely you just have to keep experimenting. That's how I'm not great at Final Cut Pro yet, but I keep working with it and I get better and better and better. And so I'm really excited about video editing, but I don't want to go do video editing for anybody but me because it takes a lot of time. I'm a perfectionist trapped in a flawed body. And I'm trying so hard to make my videos shorter because my recorded videos on my channel do very well, but I find that there's a term, average view duration, where they do a percentage of how long, time of how long people watch your videos on average, and that my average view duration is kind of low because people will watch like 2.5 minutes of my 7-minute video and then they leave. And the problem is that they leave when I start going into big details. Everybody wants you to tell them the recipe, but they don't want to sit through the part where you bake the cake. That's just how it is. And so that's just how that goes in that process there. So yeah, definitely start experimenting with that. Let's see now. Let me go back to Mama D. Mama D said, why is let's see, what is the problem when my iPhone isn't loud when talking? I need the speaker on at all times. So, a couple things. As far as volume on an iPhone, one thing is you definitely turn it up as loud as you can, I guess, if you're trying to use it. There is some limits in the settings where it tries to do some ear protection, so if maybe perhaps it's set too low. Let's see if I can find that setting real quick. Yeah, it is probably under, let's see, headphone safety, reduce loud sound. So one thing to look at is headphone safety. So if you go to, let's do this. Let's do some sharing. Yeah. Ta-da. Okay. Overlays, camera, Alpine. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's change that to tall. There we go. Alright, and go here, drag it out. So some magic. So if we go into settings and look at headphone safety and tap on that, go back one. You'll see right here, like ringtone, alert, volume. If you go in here, it's kind of got some things where it's trying to save your hearing. But if you are definitely having some issues hearing, you may want to go in here. And then also, one of the things it has is headphone safety. I don't know if you're using headphones, but you may have a setting that says reduce loud sounds. So you may want to look at that. And then definitely lock sound. So let's go back. But anyway, so yeah, definitely hearing accessibility. So there's just different settings in here. Now we don't need hearing devices, but anyway. Ta-da, audio visual. Remember where headphone accommodations, mono audio. Yep. So Mama D, is it when you are speaking on speakerphone that you're having difficulty hearing? I think I need a little more information on there so I can give you some good information on that. So yeah, the dog's crazy tonight. I don't usually go live on Wednesday, so he's like, I don't understand. Why are you going live tonight? So, hey everybody, I've got to do the required shout outs. Definitely make sure that you hit that like button, that you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, here on YouTube. Be sure you subscribe. Be sure you tell your friends, because Tall Boy is awesome and we need to keep him going and keep him motivated. And the way to do that is to get YouTube to find him by putting it out there and make sure that definitely he's getting traction there. So going back to my video here, so yeah, just trying to look. Whoop, love that. It's getting really crazy big. Let's go look here. Okay, and also Mama D, which iPhone do you have? Do you have the iPhone 11? Let's see right here, how to set volume ladder. Let's go look here. Go back. Alright. So right here it says just volume. So when on iPhone to listen to songs, movies, or other media, you can use the buttons on the side of the device to adjust the audio volume. Otherwise, the button controls the volume for the ringer alerts. So you can also use Siri to turn the volume up or down. So one thing you can do is tell Siri to turn the volume up. That's one thing you can do as well. That might get you through. I've seen that a couple. I had one time I couldn't adjust the volume on my iPhone, so I had to tell Siri to fix this. I don't know why it came up, but it seems like there is some issues with iPhone 11 because I got a lot of hits on iPhone 11. Let's see, press volume buttons on the side. You can also adjust the volume of haptic sound, select, drag the volume. Okay. Why is the volume so low? Yeah, this is what I was thinking right here was the accessibility. It says, why is the volume so low on my iPhone 11? Settings, accessibility, audio visual, and then toggle phone noise cancellation off if it's already on. If it's off, you could try activating it and see if that makes things better. So, here we go. Let's go back and take a look. Ta-da. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Is that one? Must be this one. There we go. Alright. No peeking. Hello there. Let me in. Alright. So, the interwebs is saying, then we go to settings. So I'm in settings, accessibility, and then audio visual. Of course I don't have the 11, so let's see. Here it is, audio visual, and toggle the noise cancellation. So I don't see an option on iOS 16. So I'm wondering if it's gone. So, looks like on my phone those settings are gone. So I was just trying to find it, but that'll be something to go take a look at. Ta-da! Alright. I'm playing my phone before it causes trouble. There we go. Yep. I would think it's under accessibility. You're going to get the next upgrade. Yeah, the iPhone 14's out. So now's a great time to go get a 13. And then if you wait 6 months, then the 14 will be a deal. So it depends on how quick you're going to get that next upgrade. And Verizon and T-Mobile, I don't know who your provider is, maybe AT&T. T-Mobile's had some deals where they're practically giving away the 14, or they're giving you the 14 at a really low price to get you to drink their Kool-Aid. So I would actually hold out and get a 13. I wouldn't go for the 11. I have the 11 as well. Ah, here you go. I got an 11. Let's go look and see if I can find the accessibility option. I always hate when I can't find the settings. There we go. Ta-da! Alright, settings, accessibility. Okay. And then I'm looking for audio visual. Okay. Ah! So the 11 does have this feature, so here you go. Alright, let's plug up the 11 and show you. So the iPhone 13 doesn't have this option anymore, but the 11 does. So let's get the 11 back on here and I'll show you where it's at. Okay. Resize, go tall. Alright, so here we go. Okay. So on the iPhone 11, what the internet is suggesting is to turn off the phone noise cancellation. So try that and see if that makes any difference to get your audio louder for you, because basically it says reduce the ambient noise, and while it's a neat feature, it's probably having an impact on your overall volume of your phone. So the internet seems to suggest on the iPhone 11 to turn that feature off to see if it makes a difference for you. So Mama D, give that a try and see if that makes a difference. And yeah, that's what I would do. So cool beans. Alright, there's my tech support for tonight. Anybody else got any questions out there like that? Alright, hey Revis, you be careful out there, alright? Get some sleep before you get on the road there. Alright, gotta go. Tall Boy jumped in for a second. I haven't run into the ground, I hope. So, Tall Boy, hopefully I'm doing okay. Yep. Yes, Google Photo, by default, if you have the free version, only gives you 15 gig. The setting defaults to high quality only, and if you change it to original size, that will do the full size images. But however, remember, Google only gives you 15 gig total, and that is your Gmail, that is your photos, and that is your Google Drive. All of that takes up that 15 gig on the free tier. So if you are a Google fan and like me keep running into the wall, then you have to pay to get more storage. Or if you're an iPhone fan, it's a little weird, but iPhone sells their storage for iCloud about the same. You can run iCloud on Windows. I haven't done it because it just feels weird to run iCloud on Windows, but it does sort of work. There's been some issues with it, and Apple's not a Windows company, so they don't have a lot of reason to put a lot of effort into it. So my recommendation would be to go with OneDrive from Microsoft. So Microsoft charges $99 a year for Microsoft Office 365, and you get a terabyte of storage for up to 5 people. So 5 people, every one of those people get 5 terabytes of storage. So you could use that to back up photos as well. So I don't know about you, but on iPhone, iCloud's like, oh, let me back up your photos for you. No, I'm not gonna pay you. No, I don't want to pay, because iCloud only gives you 5 gig of storage for free, and they also want money if you need more than that. So it's just crazy. No, got extra space. I need to save full size. So yeah, go into Google Photos, and there's an option where you tell it save images at full size. So let me see where it's at. I can't find the settings on this because I got 2 terabytes and I don't care about that. So I have mine set to save all the images at full size. So here we go, Google Photo settings. Okay, here goes. Let's bring it on screen again. Yeah, about to run out of time, y'all. I don't want to keep y'all past the hour. So you guys have lives and things to do. So let's see, Alpine. Hit it. Tall. Okay. Oops. There we go. So anyway, inside Google settings, if you go and look at manage device storage, free up space and manage the amount of storage it uses. Hang on, it's the wrong one. Yeah, I've set the backup and sync anyway. Alright, so anyway, it's out there, but there's a setting under Google Photos that will let you save it, all your images as original size, and you want to go change that so that it will. Otherwise, it only does high quality. So, alright. Yeah, Google One. I do love Google One. That's what I use. They also do some technical support for you as well. If you have a Google One account and you've bought at least a 2 terabyte tier of Google One, Google storage, they will give you free tech support. They'll help you do security checks. They will help you with Chrome. You can go out there and just schedule it. I've done the chat tech support, and had somebody on the phone. I had somebody help me within 2 minutes, so it's pretty quick, and they did a good job. They kind of helped me through a problem I was having. So, all right, that's it. Now I'm supposed to play the outro and tell you also, and you guys already know this, how amazing you guys are. So we are going to call the night. That is it for the Lab Tech Show. Next week, Tall Boy will be back, and you'll be spared. I thank you all for putting up with me tonight. Thank you to everybody that came and showed up out there and said hi and definitely supported us tonight. So that's it. That's a wrap, and we're out of here. Bye. Don't forget, again, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that like button, folks. Hit that subscribe button and tell your friends. And outro.